Hello, welcome to Uprising TV. With me are Kit and Charlie from Seething Akira.
Hello.
Hey. Hello, guys. So this is the three vocalists interview. This is going to be weird. So guys, you're on today. Obviously, presumably you're looking forward to it.
Take it or leave it, really.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I was going to wash my hair.
In fact, you want to take that?
Thank you. Yeah,
that's all right.
I was going to wash my hair, but I don't have any. Yeah.
Oh, really?
So
right. Okay. Now put it back on. You can't see anything. Yeah. That's all right. I've got a mic.
Cool.
Yeah, share it. Two vocalists. I honestly didn't know that. I mean, I was going to say it's quite rare, but I'm fairly old school. So is it quite rare? You know? Or...
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I think it kind of is still a bit, right?
It is, isn't it? Because I suppose there's been bands through the years, even dating back back like the 90s and so forth. There are bands out there with two vocalists. It's just not as common still.
Yeah.
And we're just not good enough to be one single vocalist. So we have to combine our forces like a Power Ranger and essentially make one complete vocalist.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is impressive. Yeah. If you've just come up with that, then
straight off the edge.
Keep using that. Keep using that, yeah.
We'll write that down.
So is one of you like, you know, grunge vocals, and one is like, you know, the operatic stuff? Is one verse vocal and is one chorus vocal?
Do you know what? It's
a bit close to the truth, is it?
It's like you're in my mind. Chorus verse, kind of.
Yeah,
mainly.
So I do like rappy, shouty stuff.
Right.
And Charlie definitely does a lot more of the melodic singing.
Yeah.
Right. I can actually sing.
Barely,
right. Okay.
Barely.
No. Don't put yourself down, mate. It's bad enough that us singers in metal, the best you can expect is vocalist.
Yeah.
So, people aren't going to say singer, and more now you see, like with singing teachers doing overviews of metal vocalists, going, wow, this is so difficult, and there's like so much technique at work here, and it's like, you know, there's this singing teacher with a jaw on the floor watching Max Cavalera going, have you any idea how hard it is to do that and not wreck your voice?
Yeah.
You know, and I think, you know, we've had the bad press over the years. Yeah. Oh, you sing in a metal band, do you? Sing. Do you go? Well, I mean, you do. You know. But
well, I just talk angrily. That's it. Like, it's very straightforward.
Oh right, I'm talking angrily. I like that.
It's like I'm shouting at my 3-year-old, like, get out of the fridge. It's not dinner time. You know.
Great lyrics though.
Yeah. That might get.
We'll talk about that later.
But that's we've strayed into the world of lyrics now as well, because you know, a lot of vocalists are responsible for lyrics. I know I am in my band. So, are you two responsible for the lyrics? Are you singing his words sometimes and vice versa? How is it?
It's predominantly the pattern is usually Charlie's electronics. I do lyrics, but then there are times when there's like singy hooks that. Melodic isn't my forte, I'll be very honest with you. So usually it'd be a case of either Charlie has words that he'll sing in a particular way.
I also write the electronics.
Yeah, all electronics.
And then we kind of like bring that to the party, and Kit will come up with the subject matter, the lyrics, which kind of fits for him, which is sometimes a weird dynamic, because even though when you're writing music, even if it's not lyric based, it's still built around something, right?
Yeah.
Something that you're thinking about. And often we can have completely separate ideas about what a track is. But it tends to work out all right, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's done us right so far.
Yeah.
I imagine, you know, music conjures a kind of a feeling, an atmosphere, a theme, and that's what you hook onto.
Yeah.
And you might have a different theme in mind.
Yeah.
But they're kind of, he's like, that must be quite challenging for you, because you've written the music already, and then you get this completely different interpretation of it, and you're like, okay, right.
The way I see it is, it's okay because he's got no idea. You know what I mean? Like it's a clean slate for him. Even though I've written something, I can't be like, I don't know. You have to write it about this, because that would just not be natural.
And
right?
we never. I think we never talk about that kind of on purpose, because what we do works. It gets the complete package, and I think that if you start pigeonholing, well, it has to be about religion, or it has to be about this or about that, then I'm a bit of an overthinker. So I'm like, well, actually, does that fit the theme? And I'm like, I'm going a bit nuts, and it's just there on the desk for 3 months, and I'll come back to that later when I can think about something.
Yeah.
Where, in my opinion, if it's a clean slate in my eyes, there's no guidelines.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've been in the same situation myself, where in a simplified version, where it's like, no. that's the pre-chorus and that's the chorus. No, it isn't.
Not anymore, it's not.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, yeah, right, okay. Well, if that's what you're hearing, you know, you're the one that's going to be singing it for the next how many years?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But that's crazy though, right? Sometimes I've written stuff and I've decided exactly where that hook's going to sit. Like it's got to be there.
Yeah.
And then something's written and it's not in that area.
Denied.
Yeah, I've got like that demo-itis, right? Where I'm kind of like, but it must. And then eventually it's like, okay. You know,
demo-itis is a killer though, isn't it? Especially when you've recorded an album and it's like, do you know what? That song, it's better on the demo. Yeah. It's like, it's better on the demo, you know, and you gotta let it go. Yeah. You gotta let it go.
They're not meant to be that high in the mix. They're not meant to be there. That's not meant to be there. But demo-itis is definitely a thing.
So speaking of which, moving on to you guys bringing out an album towards the end of the year.
We are, album 4 coming soon. Dates, TBC.
I was going to say, so far the album title sucks. Yeah, coming soon, TBC.
Might happen. That's just what it's called. Maybe not.
Yeah, road closed.
I suppose anyone that's made music, yourself included, like the album is recorded.
Yeah,
it's all because I suppose the best way to put it, the admin that comes behind that now is what we're sorting. So then we can nail things
like release schedule.
Yeah, release schedules, all the
track listing.
Yeah, to a degree. I think predominantly done.
Yeah, that's not. It's like now it's all about kind of releasing regularly to kind of be in that public eye. So we'll release quite a few singles, like one a month, something like that, maybe up to like 4 singles. Just so people really establish and know that this is happening. Because dropping just an album straight,
it just doesn't work anymore, right?
Well, for a small band like us, it doesn't. You know, we're trying to create a place where people can see us, and that's kind of comes with longevity.
Yeah.
As opposed to just one drop and then people listen for 2 weeks and then. It's all the boring stuff, man.
It is, but it's expensive as well because releasing a single is there's a video that needs to go with that single. Yeah. You know, and they're never usually cheap unless you've got a handy mate somewhere.
Well, even little things like if that video has been released, it's going to need artwork. That artwork has to be the right shape for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So it's not just a case of there's a song, off you go now.
It's sterile. It's horrible.
If it's a lyric video, it's got to be in the same font as the lyrics that you're going to be reproducing in a booklet. It's got to have the background artwork of the cover you're going to be using.
All got to work in unison. So that I suppose that's what I call the admin part. So that's why we're in admin stage at the moment. We're getting all the kinks signed out, and then once we know where we stand exactly with that, we start releasing.
Right. Okay. But when do you give it a title, or have you got one and you just can't say at the moment?
TBC.
We have a really good idea, but we can't say right now.
Yeah.
But it's not long.
We did actually announce the title at Bloodstock last year, and it has changed. Sorry, the guys that thought they had the exclusive on that. We are sorry. So I think
did we?
We did. Yeah. It was when it started raining.
Oh.
Yeah, because they put a clip on about how we teased our new album name, and we're sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Sorry, Bloodstock. We also have not got the exclusive.
So that's why we've learned our lesson.
If it's any consolation. So, thanks for the non-exclusive.
There's something happening soon.
We're putting some songs. How many songs?
10.
10. Yeah. Great.
That's exclusive.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah, that is.
There you go. Exclusive. New Seething Akira 10-track album coming at you. What's it called? Dunno.
Road closed.
Imagine we just went
road closed.
That's pretty cool.
Detour.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, fair enough. We can take that. Why not? So how long have you been working on it? If you announced the title in Bloodstock last year, you've been working on it a while then?
I think when we came out of Bloodstock, we'd recorded, correct me if I'm wrong, like June, July time that year.
Yes.
So it's been coming up to a year in the work of post-recording, but obviously that's excluding things like the editing or the mixing, the mastering, all that side of things.
Yeah.
Doing the usual approaches and this and that, trying to get all the cards aligned so when it is ready to drop, the right people are informed so it can go to the right hands, it gets the right promo.
Yeah.
As we all know, music's a minefield. You have to do everything in the right order to try and make sure that the right people are seeing it. So that's what I will bracket the admin part.
Absolutely.
We're coming.
Can
up
I swear on this? Can I swear? I don't have.
I'm not fucking sure.
I was just going to say, we sound fucking boring, don't we, right now?
Yeah, we do.
Well, no, not at all. Because I know what you mean, that you sound fucking boring, right? But to people out there who aren't in bands, which is 99.9% of people watching, then they don't necessarily know that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's like whenever I ask a journalist to be on my podcast, and they're like, "Oh, nobody wants to hear from me," and you're like, "Are you kidding?"
Yeah.
Like, no, people really want to hear from you. They want to hear from you more than bands.
Yeah.
Because you're going to talk about loads of bands. You're not just in a band and going to talk about that band.
Yeah.
So it's like the minutiae, or as I like to call it, the admin of what goes on. Yeah, it's just as interesting. If you're not in that industry, you don't know what the admin is.
Well, yeah.
So all of that stuff is as boring as it is to do, and everything else, it has to be done.
Yeah.
Things like getting your release schedule sorted, and ordering vinyl 9 months in advance.
Yeah.
Things like that, which we're lucky enough to be part of a community where people actually buy physical products.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, if you're in some genres, doesn't matter, does it? Just knock it out whenever you like. Yeah. Digital only release, job done. Put some physical out later on. But
that is our income. Yeah. Like for us,
there it is. Yeah,
that really is, like, I would say 85% of our income is merchandise at shows. That's what does it for us.
I think even if we went the Motorhead style font, Motorhead did the announcement just towards the end of their years that they were basically a touring t-shirt company. They played the shows because they could sell merch, and that's how they paid the bills. That's how they paid for the van. That's how they got out on the road. Oh yeah, that's the only reason they toured, is because that's their income, right? If they could be that band that released that album and that was their income, would they have toured as much? Probably not. But
well, we're all t-shirt sellers. Basically, the reason you put a new album out is so you can sell your new collection.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And as much as you as much as you
true.
As
we
much
love
as
a
you
change of season, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Now it's the winter collection.
And as much as you want to just go, hey, let's create some crazy artwork, I don't care what it looks like. You're going to go, right, think of a good t-shirt design, and then we'll use that as the artwork for the album.
Yeah.
Because you may as well, work it backwards and reverse engineer it.
Yeah,
true.
Because that's so important. Yeah, and the physical product as well. If you can be selling merch and selling shirts and CDs and all the rest of it live, that's a huge. Well, that's your income, isn't it? Right there.
Massive. Yeah. It really is.
Well, it's not coming from streaming, is it?
Nope. No, not at all.
Yeah.
That's where things are kind of like almost come a little bit full circle, right? Like it's all about. Well, online has been actually good for us exposure-wise. It's been quite useful. But you're right, there's no money there at all.
Yeah.
It gets people to the shows, right?
Yeah.
The online exposure gets people to the shows, and it's like, it's almost like a
it's
sales
PR.
pipeline. Right?
You not get money for it, but it's PR.
You've got your prospect, you bring them to the show, sell the product.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And you like you say, you've got to do a lot of press. You've got to do as much as you can to make everybody aware what's coming out, when it's coming out, where they can get it, I've heard a lot of bands talking about the delay in vinyl production actually being not such a bad thing, because some people will get the album digitally or on a CD, and then they'll get the vinyl, but they want the album first. But then it's basically getting the album twice, which is like a double hit. Which again, in something like our genre, our community, that's I think it's pretty much unheard of in other genres.
So do you guys get much vinyl sold?
Oh, I would not be able to tell you. I don't look at the figures. You basically look at royalties.
Yeah.
So I haven't got a clue what numbers we did on our last album.
Because we have some diehards that really want vinyl, but it's not enough to tip us over to be able to do a run because it's so expensive.
I have a conversation with that about you. I may have found a solution.
Oh,
now that is an exclusive. Okay, turns out it's an exclusive for him as well.
Yeah. Vinyl for everyone.
Vinyl. We'll talk about this post-camera.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, we've got to go and talk about that and how they're going to sort vinyl out for you for the album. We don't know what it's called. Tentatively titled Road Closed. Hey, look, guys, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolute pleasure.
Thank
Cheers,
you, mate.
and have a good show.
Have
a good show.
Thank you.
Cheers.